Hello, everybody. My name is Dyma. I'm a co-founder of Hacken and ex-CEO. Also, I'm like auditor for almost 18 years. First, I was auditing some boring financial statements and controls at Deloitte, and then I founded Hacken together with my friends. And Hacken is now 9 years old, doing some not only security audits, but also building products and chain monitoring, and we have amazing bug bounty platform. So today the topic is security as infrastructure, and I would like to tell you and explain you what critical component of infrastructure is missing in our ecosystem. And we will explain how we will try to fix it and build it. So before we start, I want to engage with you a little bit. So can you please reply which protocol is more less risky, Aave or Compound? If you for Compound, raise your hand. Okay, less risky, right? And who thinks Aave is less risky? Okay, great. So we have approximately 60 to 40%. Yeah, and 60 that Aave is less risky, Compound less risky. Why we have so many different opinions? Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, we can't explain why. Yeah, but maybe we'll try. We'll understand later. And now it's the same exercise. Which one is less risky? USDC. Please raise your hand. Okay, and Tether. Okay, all right. Here we got like 70 to 30. Yeah, so people think that USD coin is less risky than Tether. So great. But we don't know, in fact, right? Do we have some rating agencies or risk agencies who are combining and publicly showing us some dashboards that everybody's trusting? Like, how did you base your opinion? Yeah. All right. So, a few steps back. Yeah. When we look at our security infrastructure in crypto, first thing that we are what comes to our mind is that we are so vulnerable industry. Yeah, we are having so many hacks. Yeah, obviously the auditors or whoever are not doing their job right, and what we need to do. We don't know what needs to do. Yeah? So if you go to the rec.news, and this is the leaderboard Bible of the security engineers, why Bible? Yeah, because no one wants to be there in this leaderboard. We can see that from all the projects that are listed there with the explanation how the hack happened, we can see that 75% of that project has the label out of scope when it comes to audit, or an A, or no audits, or whatever. So how did it happen? Yeah? The reality is that security, like the audit is right now, became a badge, yeah, a marketing tool. Basically, when you want, or like your tickets to get to some exchange, like you show the PDF, you're secure, go. And this is the problem of our industry. Yeah? And we are vulnerable because the reality is that this security badge is not done for either for the full protocol, so we call it coverage risk. Yeah, or the teams have already made a great protocol, made a proper security audit, but then added some new features, and then actually the audit is no longer valid. And then when they added a few features, it became vulnerable to new type of attacks. And then, it's got hacked. So it's approximately like this, yeah. When some projects are claiming that they are secure, basically they are saying that we did some security audit with some company, but the reality is like we don't know how their keys are stored. You know, we don't know if they have proper governance, multi-sig. Yeah, yesterday, hack is very fascinating. By the way, I really like the take of Hacken today, the Uniswap founder, that he said that let's distinguish what is DeFi. Yeah, let's the companies that have the keys that can be hacked and the whole protocol will be the TVL will be leaked are not DeFi, they are CeFi, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we don't know how the upgrades are done, infrastructure, we don't know operational security. Yeah, a lot of crypto people are, don't follow any operational security practices at all. So we don't know this. And generally, you know, like that the audits right now, they are audit the data plane, yeah, but the system falls in the control plane. And while audits are checking the code, yeah, hackers are, which in many cases, yeah, we as auditors, we already, I think, at a pretty good standard of finding bugs in the code. But hackers are no longer looking into it. They're looking how to exploit the system, the infrastructure of the project, and to steal money from our pockets. Yeah. Let's again another view on the problem. So why does it happen? Yeah, why we still don't have all this? I would say investments from the project teams into their infrastructure with doing proper assessments. I would say that we have this culture in crypto. Yeah, that's we want money fast. Ship fast, yes, be rich within a few days, and that's why because everybody is at this super speed, and that's why security is not a priority for many founders, and that is true. And let's think about when the founders start to invest money into security. What drives them to do it? So first, in crypto, of course, it is like we select like 3 factors that influence them. Yeah, is when security incident happens. In crypto, it's already too late. Yeah, while in traditional Web2 sector, you can lose some reputation, maybe you get some fines, but in crypto, yeah, your TVL is gone, the trust is ruined forever, it's too late. And again, in traditional world, billions of dollars are spent on cybersecurity because the regulators are asking them to do so. And they would, trust me, they would never spend so much on different security stuffs if there was no such strong regulation, especially in US. But in crypto, it's nothing like this. Yeah, I personally working with regulators for the last 3 years on DORA, with ESMA, with ADGM and VARA. They always be a little bit behind from understanding the risks, understanding what needs to be enforced. They don't have enough tools. Yeah, don't have enough expertise people. Yeah, and it's okay. Yeah, they are grown people with very good knowledge in Web2 cybersecurity in many cases, but Web3 is completely different thing. Yeah. And we didn't see even one single fine yet in crypto industry for bad security practices. Not a single one. Yeah, so it's right now the regulation completely doesn't affect the security, how companies are doing that. But there is the third factor is when the companies are starting to lose revenue, start to lose competition if they don't do proper cybersecurity. Right now, what we can see, yeah, everybody is claiming we are the best of the best. We work with these guys. Look at our badge, yeah, and people cannot verify it. They cannot check if that's true or not. But we started at Hacken. We started with one small experiment back in 2018 when we first we built the cybersecurity rankings of exchanges. By the way, I'm big hater of centralized exchanges. I think this is the biggest evil in our industry, and having this untransparent, fraudulent monsters and nothing really changes. This is really sad. So we do what we can do. We do what we can do in order to influence them. Like back in 2018, we also were doing a lot of investigations on wash trading, and we have co-founded with CoinMarketCap Data Transparency Accountability Alliance, and pushed to introduce order book metrics, which is good to have, but still not enough. Then we built the cybersecurity rankings of exchanges, and we were lucky enough to partner with CoinGecko, and we have pushed our cybersecurity ranking into the trust score, updated trust score, which is 20% dependent, 20% our data. And overnight, a lot of exchanges trust score has dropped. Of course, there were a lot of unhappy founders of exchanges, saying, pointing the fingers at us like, who we are, well, why do you, what do you know? But slowly, like because the methodology was open, it was pretty straightforward. Slowly, and it makes sense. Exchanges started to do pen tests, bug bounties, public certifications like ISA, SOC 2, and so on. And we're collecting all this data. And of course, I would say cybersecurity, like if you see in total, yeah, like the cyber attacks on the exchanges is less and less comparing to what was in 2018, 2017. And they do spend much more than they were back that time. So today I want to, well, actually today is our launch date of the product that we call Core 3. It's all about the risks in crypto, and I would like to thank the team that is shipping it quite fast. And yeah, we're gonna go through this idea. I was again thinking from a side. So yeah, the answer for what is the missing part of the infrastructure is risks, is public risk dashboards with the aggregated data and with bold metrics. We simply still don't have the Moody's, Standard Poor's, and Fitch in crypto. And this is also a stoppage factor for a lot of institutional investors. We just don't have it. We have some risk agencies, but their data, their risks assessments are not public, or they're super biased. So again, a small comparison, small story from my life. I received the WOOP as a present. Do we have WOOP guys here? Anyone? Okay, one. Maybe. That's it. I thought we were a bigger community. So when I received the WOOP, it collects a lot of my data, a lot of different data, and it has calibrated for 1 month, like from my lifestyle. It learned who I am, and in the end of the month, it gave me my WOOP age, and it gave me the WOOP age that I'm 5.5 years older than my biological age. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, how do you know? I feel normal. Like, I don't like you. And I stopped even charging it. Like, I start not wearing it. Like, I don't care. And then I was in the crew with some other guys who were like in good shape and showing off between each other. Hey, my WOOP age is 3 years younger than my biological. Ah, you're a loser. My WOOP age is 5 years younger. And I was like, okay, so I want to be younger according to my WOOP age as well. I want to improve it. And you see, like on the graph, you can see, yeah, it's like it started, it gave me my age, like it was 46 almost. That was the period of uncertainty and doubt. And then I slowly started like to go to the gym 3 times a week, sleep properly, sleep enough, and I've started to run first time in my life. And yeah, I'm on my way, on my goal to get finally to the younger WOOP age that I am. So yeah, the core of our core 3 product is the metric, one very simple metric which we call probability of loss. So we have analyzed around 100. We have 100 different data points that we are collecting for 2,000 projects with open methodology, and we are converting these data metrics into the one score, probability of loss. So we the main idea behind this project, again, it comes to that we are thinking, we think that our industry is unaccountable, untransparent, very insecure, and we want it to become better. We want good founders to use the methodology which is open as the like to-do list, what they need to do in order to prevent as many risks to fail as possible. Yeah, so this is how it looks. By the way, I hope like it is live right now, because that was our plan. Yeah, so it's live. You can already start checking it at core3.io. All right, so we have 6 categories of the risks. It's security, financial, reputation, operations, regulatory, and dependencies. Dependencies like supply chain risks, and we can go one by one. Yeah, and to check some examples of real incidents that would have highlighted by core 3 data product. Yeah, Euler finance hack. It's a pretty good example, like explaining security risks. Yes, so as you know, Euler had great Sherlock contest on the protocol. They spent a lot of money, but then they decided to add a small donation function, which they didn't audit in how it works in the combination of the main protocol. And that donation function created a vulnerability that's resulted in almost 200 million hack. Yeah? So here is what would be not seen, what core 3 would highlight. It would highlight that the code was updated and there is no audit on the code. Yes, so it will, okay, 3 minutes left. So this would be like the problem that people will see. Yeah, so core 3 main idea is to track all the audits. Even we know that there a lot of audits are not public. Yeah, but if the audit is not public, probably there are critical mistakes that are still not covered. Yeah, so we're friends with a lot of auditors, and I pitch them to this product as well. So we're okay to cooperate even in these cases. But yeah, we are tracking all the audits in the space, of course. Financial risk, I'll be quite fast for each risk because around our time. Financial risk is mostly tokenomics. It's an analysis of the yields. It's analysis of the treasuries and of the revenue, of course. Operational risk, mostly it's the risk of the business, yeah, and the founders. Who are they? Where are they from? And are they real or AI people? We don't know. Compliance regulatory risk. This is maybe not that important from one point of view, but we need to engage regulators. Core 3 is also a product for regulators, for them to understand the industry better. By the way, we had built already one regulatory dashboards for one regulator, and they're expecting this as well. Reputational risk, yeah, we also want to see, we want to follow the such things as the fake Twitter followers, fake engagements. We want to highlight all the unethical activity of the projects. Yeah, the trust should be earned, not faked. Dependency risk, this is the most complicated one, but one of the most important is supply chain risk assessments. Yeah, to understand the code's logic, which other dependencies can be exploited. And yeah, there is for sure a lot of risk overlaps between each other, and the more risk we identified, the lower is the score, and the more warned you are about the project. Yeah, so I kindly ask you, yeah, I'm in the end, I'm kindly asking you to have a look, to look at the methodology, suggest what else can be added. Like this product goal is to make our industry better. We want to adjust methodology regularly, so we want to add new metrics. We want even competitors, yeah? We want some other 3 companies to make the risk scores, because this is a missing piece of infrastructure in crypto. So thank you yeah, for attention. Maybe we have some questions.
Are there any questions?
Is this basically a wrapped up product, or is there an SDK behind it that people can use to build a customized version? Or
Yeah, thank you. We actually have the we will have the subscriptions where you can use our data that we collected and change the values and create the custom scores based on this data. So yes, the answer is yes, but not as SDK, in a little bit more convenient way even. Yes.
Hello, thank you very much for your speech. It was amazing. Tell please, is such kind of evaluation can be applied to the small startups or the companies who just started? So they need a lot of even time and experience in order to be not complied, but gain this evaluation and have a good business practice. So can it be applied to the new companies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think yes. But this is the reality. Yeah, if you're a startup, you're a little bit more risky. Yeah, but you can use methodology to understand what steps you need to do. Yeah, right. And there is nothing so complicated in the methodology that the startup cannot plan from the beginning of development.
Hi, I'm Deborah from Yap Global. Thank you for the presentation. So if Drift had used this risk dashboard, would the exploit have been avoided? What kind of information would have been surfaced for them? Drift's protocol that was hacked for 285 million.
Yeah. So from what I remember, they have the keys leaked, and
I think one admin key was compromised.
Yeah. So definitely they would have the governance highlighted. They would have the operational security highlighted. That's risks. That's no. We would transparently explain that if a key of this protocol will be leaked, then everything will be hacked. For example, at Uniswap, yeah, there is no such thing as one key that can drain the liquidity.
Thank you.